Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. I have just recently tried Doom VR for the PlayStation VR. I was excited. I got a review copy sent to me from Bethesda. And it's been a while since I've done VR games. I've actually done quite a bit of VR reviews and Let's Plays in the past. If you're new to the channel, you've missed out on all this content. I'm going to put a playlist linked below and also up in the whatever corner the little thing pops up at. And well guys, without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at my take on how Doom VFR plays on the PlayStation VR. Long time coming. I know you guys are tired of Switch videos, so let's try this out. I've been looking forward to Doom VR, and I finally got to play it. It's quite different from the actual Doom game. I mean, obviously, you're playing in a virtual reality setting, but there's some things about it that I obviously don't really enjoy, to be quite honest. For one, virtual reality, in my opinion, is supposed to be simplified. It's supposed to feel like you're actually there. You're not supposed to be focused on what buttons you're pushing and remembering what does what, because you're not doing that in real life. I mean, if you're holding an actual gun, sure, you know, you gotta control it, do certain stuff. You can also play using the controller. I've heard people say they don't really like the motion controls, but to use a controller or even the move controllers in this game, it just didn't feel as intuitive to me, especially because moving in a game like Doom is not that easy. Now, there are some games similar to this that are first-person shooters where you stand in place and it's basically 360 degrees. And this one, you have buttons that make you do certain things, like this button does a dash, there's a left dash, there's a right dash, there's a dash that you can do that has you go backwards, and then there's even a turn where you could turn like this, but then you also use the button to drag. So there's a different variety of ways to move, and then you can switch your weapons using this button, and then of course you fire. I kept getting lost and confused on what button does what, to be quite honest. I keep confusing the trigger button. How do I grab it? Can I grab shit? Oh, I don't need it, that's why. So I keep confusing the trigger button for, oh shit, that scared me. And it really hindered my enjoyment of this game. I would get quite frustrated when I had a whole bunch of demons coming up to me and I would be pushing the wrong things. As a matter of fact, the first major boss fight was quite a doozy, because not only are you having to handle this big huge demon, but there's also tons of other demons, and you can't really turn. Like, there's been other games where if you hold both trigger buttons or both top buttons and you kind of do like a twist, your character will turn. You have a 180 degree button, and then you have to like turn 90 degrees to get like the right turn sometimes. So if you don't turn the way you want with the 180 degrees, you have to like kind of turn your actual headset first and then push it to time it. So it's a lot easier to move around doing that. Like, instead of spinning, just do that. So the 360 degrees really didn't work out on this environment, because for a game like Doom, monsters and demons can come from anywhere, and I just didn't feel that it handled that correctly. And now it is kind of annoying having to use buttons to navigate and stuff. Gonna be completely honest. For me, that's a big part of virtual reality, is how well the game controls and how user-friendly it is. For me, I tried both with the PlayStation Move controllers, and for the most part, the aiming, using the gun, the weapons and stuff, that was alright. Oh, no. Come on, this weapon sucks. And then you can even do kills like that. Did I get him? Oh shit, back up. I don't like that gun. It's strong as shit though, but... Oop, I just dropped a grenade accidentally. There we go. Alright, I think I'm getting a little bit of the hang of it. But it was the actual moving your character around that kind of held it back, in my opinion. When it comes to actually using the controller, I did play with a PlayStation 4 controller. It's even worse, because this time you got analog sticks to worry about. 4 shoulder buttons to worry about. Buttons everywhere. It uses literally every kind of input off the PlayStation controller, and you just have to remember what does what. And for me, that's a little too much. Oh shit, that was a... I keep doing that. I keep fucking hitting the fucking trigger. Like, okay, I could be sounding like a little whining ass about it, but if it would have been just very simple, point, shoot, and teleport, and I don't know, they could have simplified it a lot more. With all due respect, though, to Bethesda, I do think the graphics of this game look amazing, the atmosphere. Holy crap, this looks actually pretty neat, by the way. Looks like there's something right here that I can pick up. The music, the way that everything, the challenge is fantastic. It's just that whole, the thing that I think about with virtual reality is that it's supposed to be very user-friendly, like I said, and Doom VR is just a little too, I guess, trying to remember what does what. And I'm sure with time it would become a lot easier, but this was just my first impressions of Doom VR after playing it for a couple of hours. Am I going to go back to it? Probably. But yeah, it's just so frustrating when you're trying to turn 180 degrees and then you're facing the wrong way and you just don't know what's where. And it's virtual reality has potential, but it's not quite there yet. Doom VR is a step in the right direction along with Skyrim and games like that. However, I feel that as far as if you're going to get a copy of Doom in 2017, you got to stick with either the PlayStation 4, Xbox, or PC version, because those are complete. They have a campaign. They got multiplayer. Switch version is portable. I did review that. I enjoyed it very much. It features the main campaign, but it doesn't have the snap map mode. PlayStation VR version is just a campaign. It has a tutorial that you go through, teaches you the basic steps. I was still confused with the controls, and then it has a different set of levels compared to the actual Doom game that came out a couple years ago. So there is a brand new experience here. Please, please, please do not get me wrong. I'm not trying to tear Doom VFR and you asshole. I didn't play very much of it, like I said, just a couple hours. I just really could not get beyond the controls of this game, and to me, that was the deal breaker for me. When you push too many buttons, it just doesn't work for me. Might as well just be playing a regular game on a TV without a headset at that point, because I think there's no point to have a VR headset at all. But I see where they're going with it. Doom is a classic franchise. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more action-packed type of game if it was a 360 stand in place and just shoot at enemies that come your way, and somehow they fixed it into like a endurance type of mode or something like that. I actually would have preferred that over having to do the, you know, push a button to teleport here and dash left and right and stuff. But what can you do? Am I going back to it? Yes. Is Doom VR worth a look? Well, if you have a PlayStation VR already, possibly it's worth taking a look at. I'm not sure if there's a demo in the PlayStation Store or anything like that, but I wouldn't invest in a PlayStation VR just to get Doom. I feel like the PSVR doesn't have enough great games yet. It could, but there's a lot of ironing out that they got to do on some of these games. So, with that said, Doom VR, I really didn't care for it. Well, guys, that's it for today's quick impressions, first look / review, whatever you want to call it. Thanks a lot for watching. If you're new to the channel, thanks a lot for checking the channel out. Please leave a subscribe, comment, like, and I'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. This is a convention announcement. I am going to be at the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo January 20th and 21st, 2018 in lovely Southern California at the Frank & Son Collectibles Show. It's my first time in SoCal. I'm looking forward to it. People are always asking when am I coming. Well, the time is here. Now, you can order your tickets already. I have a link in the description below. If you use promo code 8BIT, you'll get 15% off your tickets. Yes, I'm hooking you up with a discount. Use the code below, 8BIT, and you're good to go. Do not wait until the day of the show because you won't get this sweet-ass discount.